bakers. You have seen me do some crazy stuff in a microwave here on Bigger Bolder Baking, but today I am going to blow your mind. Did you know that you can make homemade potato chips in a microwave? And just in case you are wondering, they come out crunchy, crispy, and absolutely delicious. So let's get started. So you all know I'm Irish. Being Irish, I love potatoes. So I'm gonna make my potato chips out of russet potatoes, but the beauty of this recipe is you can use any type of potato that you have at home. So to slice our potatoes, I'm going to use a sharp chopping knife. I don't recommend a mandolin because I didn't have any success using it. And also I don't recommend a serrated knife. Use a nice sharp chopping knife. Now all you want to do is cut nice, thin as you can, slices of potato. I'm leaving the skin on. I don't see why you should take the skin off. It's totally fine. One tip about slicing the potatoes is go slow. Take your time, you're in no rush at all. And just get as nice a thin a slice as possible and as round as possible. So what I mean by that is you see this slice, it's nice and round, it's a good slice and you can almost see through it. That's how thin it is. The thinner your slice, the crispier potato chip. So go nice and slow and get that beautifully thin slice. My favorite potato is a potato you can actually get in my hometown called Wexford in Ireland, and we have these beautiful potatoes that come out around the summertime. They're called new potatoes. They're little small guys and they're really sweet and buttery and they're absolutely delicious. Now one potato is enough potato chips for one person, so you can slice as many as you like. Once your potatoes are all sliced, you want to plunge them into a bowl with ice in it. Now the reason that we do this is that it gets rid of the starch on the potatoes and it makes them really nice and crispy. So just give them a mush around in there with the ice and let them hang out here for around 2 to 3 minutes, get nice and cold. Now I want you to stay tuned to the end of this video because I'm going to show you how you can make multiple flavors of potato chips. And if you haven't already done so, make sure you subscribe to my channel. So once they've been sitting for a few minutes, we're going to go ahead and put them onto a plate lined with kitchen paper. Now what we're going to do here is just take off the water off the potatoes. And then we're going to place them on this plate. And all we're going to do is just dry them out on both sides. You want to make sure that your potato slices are really nice and dry. So the recipe, as always, can be found on biggerbolderbaking.com, and make sure you head over there after the video because I've got tons more recipes over there. Now once your potatoes are nice and dry, we are going to lay each slice on a plate lined with parchment paper. Now give each potato its own room. You don't want to overlay them on each other because they will actually stick together. Get as many potatoes on as you can. So once your potato slices are all laid out like this, nice and beautiful, we're going to get a little bit of oil. Now I'm using olive oil, but you can use canola oil, sunflower oil, whatever takes your fancy. And then we are just going to brush each side of the potato with some oil. So as you can imagine, the little bit of good quality oil that we're putting on our potato chips is going to be way less than you'd actually find in a store-bought bag of potato chips. That's why these guys are so much better. Once they're all oiled on one side, flip them over and do the other. Okay, so this is where the real magic happens. We are going to pop these guys into the microwave. And there we go. So this takes around 1 minute 30 seconds on this one side, and that timing is based on my microwave, which is 1200 watts. So check the wattage of your microwave because your timing may vary. But all we're looking for is a very light golden brown on this one side. So right now in the kitchen it smells like oil and crispy potatoes, so I know we're on the right track. Okay, so our microwave dinged, let's turn them over. So as you can see at this stage, they've gone kind of crinkly, they've dried out a little bit, and they're very lightly brown. So this is perfect. Now your potatoes actually might take longer. I microwave these for a minute extra. So just keep on going until they dry out a little bit and they get brown. But don't worry, you will get there. Okay, once they're flipped over, we're gonna pop them into the microwave and go again for roughly around a minute or just until they're lovely and crispy and more brown. Okay, so this is the moment of truth. For any of those naysayers out there, just check these out. Oh, yeah, baby. These look amazing. I am so excited to try some of these, but I'm just gonna sprinkle them with a little bit of salt first. Give them a nice bit of extra flavor. You can also sprinkle them with salt as well before they go into the microwave, and that will make them really tasty. So here's the moment of truth. Do you hear that crunching? These are unbelievable. They are so easy to make. They are super crunchy, golden brown, delicious. Now don't just take my word for it. I'm gonna get Kevin to taste one too. What do you think?
They're so crunchy.
I know, right? Okay, so now we have our salted potato chips. I'm going to show you how you can make ranch and barbecue flavored potato chips. So to make the ranch seasoning for our potato chips, into a bowl we're going to add in some dried parsley, some dried dill, onion powder, garlic powder, ground pepper, and some salt, and then just mix them all together. And then we're just going to take some of our potato chips, take a handful, and toss it over. Who does not love cool ranch potato chips? They are so yummy. And next we're going to make my favorite flavor, which is barbecue potato chips. Into a bowl we're going to put in some smoked paprika. Now it has to be smoked and not just plain paprika because it does have a different flavor. Next we're going to add in some chili powder, onion powder, garlic powder, and some salt, and then mix them all together. And then just like the other flavors, we're just going to sprinkle it over our potato chips. Every time I fly, I buy a big bag of barbecued potato chips. The kind of bag that says for sharing on the outside, but I really feel like that's more of a suggestion. Kevin suggests that I share, but I really feel like he should buy his own traveling snacks and not eat mine.
Or I'm going to make my own.
Or you can make your own, exactly. Oh my gosh, these potato chips are unreal. It still astonishes me that you can make them in a microwave. So you can store these potato chips in an airtight container for up to 4 days and they will stay lovely and fresh. Now, if you liked this video, then please share it with your friends and spread the word about how you can make potato chips in a microwave. And I will see you back here every Monday and Thursday for more bigger, bolder baking. Stolen yam is a hot potato.
What do you call a potato that has turned to the dark side?
Where'd you get these jokes, Kevin?
All right, keep going.